farming together is everyone kind of has a specialty and expertise. Again, my name is Brandon. I am a farmer by Little Rock. I have a wife, Katie, and I have 3 boys.
I'm Dustin DeBoer. I have a daughter that's 3.
My name's Dawson DeBoer. I am married to my wife, Bethany, and we have 2 kids.
I'm Dustin Reck. I'm married to Kayla Reck, and I have 2 kids.
I live on the family farm. I farm with my dad and my brother-in-law, and then my uncle and his 2 sons. So my dad's a full-time farmer. He helps out during spring and harvest. I run the planter in the spring and the combine in the fall, and I help out when I'm needed. And I own 2 hog barns and just take care of custom feeding some pigs.
The biggest thing is you get to enjoy family. I mean, sometimes you think it can be a blessing or a curse depending on, if you have 40 Christmases to go to, but it is a joy having family close by to help.
My dad, he's a full-time farmer, and he also drives truck a little bit, hauls pigs for Greg and Brandon. And then my brother, he farms and he drives truck as well. Myself, I raise pigs and farm too.
My operation includes kind of the trucking side of livestock. I was able to, I had a truck washout going for a while. I was able to sell that, so kind of took some burden off having to work so hard. I can kind of drive trucks slower now, and my daughter comes first in all I want to do in the day, and I'm thankful that with our large operation I can do that. Greg and Dad and Dustin and Brandon and Dawson, they all allow me to kind of take the time I need for my daughter, and then I can come back to work when I need to, so that's important.
Oh, the industry would be special, I would say, because it's a long legacy of families that have farmed together for long periods of time.
Started with my great grandpa. It went into his 2 sons, Harlan and Gary. They really got the farming operation going there. They added land and they added some livestock. And then Dad and Greg come on board, and then kind of kept trickling down from there. About farming with a bigger group of people, it can be difficult at times. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of appreciation. I'm very thankful to my dad and Greg for the opportunity I was given. They didn't have to do that, and they did.
Yeah, I'd add to that sometimes it can be challenging, but I also think that having a bigger group of people to work with is sometimes a little more enjoyable. Makes the tough days go a little better, and the good days, even better than that. So.
And then in the hog barn aspect, we help each other load, mark pigs, and sometimes if we have a bad group of pigs, we'll chore together or just get the job done.
I say one major advantage of farming together is everyone kind of has a specialty and expertise. Like my dad and my uncle have been farming for 40, 50 years. I mean, they've been farming forever, so they know a lot. They have a lot of the knowledge of the industry, and so we look to them for guidance.
We all kind of have our own little thing going on, but we also kind of all work towards one main goal and get everybody has some of their own acres they farm or do stuff on, but we can, all work together to get the one main goal done.
And everybody has their own ideas. That's kind of the nice thing, but it also is tough. But we make it work, and the big thing is just working together.
My brother-in-law, he's been working on lots of different machines, so he's kind of a diesel mechanic in that way. My cousin Dustin, he's been trucking forever, and so he helps with that during grain harvest.
Any ideas that family members can give you, that's very important, because sometimes you make the wrong decision and just get the help that you need to get on the right track again.
When me and my cousin Dawson went to college, we learned a lot of stuff with technology. We're kind of bringing that back to the farm and incorporating that into our operation. Being a Little Rock native and just growing the family farm by Little Rock has kind of influenced us to be kind to the neighbors and to kind of talk to the neighbors, see what's working for them, tell them what's working for us. I mean, it's not a competition, and it's not winners and losers. We're all trying to get better. We're all trying to make more money. We're all trying to provide for our family.
And if somebody needs like a helping hand, it's kind of the way we were raised, and we'll go help people if they need help, or I know they'll come do the same for us.
I've been on the pork board the Lyon County Pork Producer Board for 6 years. And so I was kind of heavily involved in working at the Lyon County Fair to kind of educate some of the kids and stuff like that. Being on the pork board really opened my eyes to what was going on globally with the pork industry and imports and exports. And it kind of just shows that the little things I do on my farm make an effect.
You get to see that kind of side of the industry, and you learn a lot more probably about the bigger part of it,
Yeah.
not like the day-to-day chores. And we are also both on the Town and Country Board of Little Rock. I don't know, that kind of just the once a year corn show. We all kind of get together and work for that, and everybody's on their own committee, just donating your time.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing to be on a board. I mean, it takes some of your time, and then once you do your time, you're done, and you make a lot of friends. I mean, I know some people from the west side of the county that I never would have talked to before, and they're around my age and have kids the same age as me. So I think it's very good to get involved and just meet people.
Go to college and learn some things, and learn some stuff you can take back to the farm, and also just work hard your young years and try to get as much stuff done as when you're young and make as much money as you can when you're young. And then, just work really hard at it. Don't be afraid to take a risk.
Yeah, that's true. When you farm with your dad, you have to be patient. You're not the boss, he's the boss. You got to remember that. You got to ease your way into the operation. Even if you go to college, they don't think everything you say is gold. And then another thing to jump on that is kind of diversify. I don't think a lot of people can come back and just grain farm right away. That's why we built hog barns when we came back. I know another way is trucking. I know a lot of young truckers that make a lot of money, and they're just doing that until they can come back and help on the family farm. And then
There's opportunity on the ag side in general, but definitely in the farming operation, it takes a lot of work and it's a lot of help. So anybody who enjoys working, it's beneficial.
If you could find somebody, maybe like a mentor, somebody that, is maybe getting out of an operation or whatever, if you're starting from scratch and stuff like that, find an older gentleman, maybe work for him. I mean, if at the very least, you'd probably learn a lot, maybe starting your own operation.
I would say a major thing that you have to do is communication. If you don't communicate what you want to do or what you kind of expect to happen out of the operations, you kind of can butt heads. When I came back to farm with my dad after college, there was friction for a few years, and then we kind of learned how each other operates, and so then we can kind of play off the best side of each other.
If you could emphasize one thing to the increase in the
We're not trying to poison.
We're not trying to kill you guys, so we're not trying to poison them.